Back to 360 Sports. I'm Ryan, and I'm here today with Jacob, Eric, and Robert. And we're talking basketball. Let's just jump right into it. So one of the biggest headlines is biggest surprise of the season so far came yesterday when Denver Nuggets coach Mike Malone was fired out of nowhere, along with Penn State alum Calvin Booth, who was their GM. This comes just days after Taylor Jenkins from the Grizzlies was canned. How do you guys think this hurts Denver's chances of a title run?
I can go first. You want me to go first?
Go for it.
You know what? I got a lot of energy today. This was Mike Malone. These are two separate moves, in my personal opinion. Mike Malone, he didn't deserve to be fired. I don't really see it. I don't know why we do that to promote the assistant head coach. Kind of weird. However, Calvin Booth, if there was anybody who deserved to get canned, it was that man. That roster is bad. Don't let it trick you. Don't let the Michael Porters, the Aaron Gordon, don't let it trick you. After them, the roster's bad. They got Russell Westbrook, sometimes Jalen Pickett if he deserves to play, and 40-year-old DeAndre Jordan, and a dream. The dream is Nikola Jokic. I don't know if it's going to work out. I don't think it's going to work out. And they could possibly be first-round exits now. Quite literally.
I don't really think they had a chance to begin with in this stacked of a West, because I feel like the bench was just lacking this year. I think they really missed the veteran presence of Reggie Jackson, KCP, all those guys. They tried filling them out with Christian Braun, Jalen Pickett. Braun's a great player, but past that, it's just like, who do you have really down there? I think Mullen did what he could with this roster. I think you won a ring 2 years ago. I don't think you fire your coach when you're fighting for the third seed in the West right now. But I agree with you. GM-wise, I think they could have done some better work, maybe worked on the vets and keeping them, I don't know,
I think it's just a terrible time to make these moves.
Yep.
If we're going to do this, we're going to do it at the end of the season, come playoff time, we're just going to disrupt the entire organization and just, clean house.
Just blow it up.
I really don't understand. You said first-round exit. They would go against the Clippers right now.
First-round exit.
That's a first-round exit to me.
That's a first-round
the Clippers
exit.
are playing great basketball all season. Harden's been turning up. I really don't see how this Nuggets team can make a run now. I really don't.
Yeah, I think they're in total panic mode. I heard there was a lot of tension between Malone and the GM over how to construct the roster around Jokic, and I think the GM messed up because how do you fail so badly to arrange a team around the best player in the world, arguably the best player in the world?
How do you put no shooting around someone who averages a triple-double?
Yep.
No, that's a serious question. How do you put no shooting around somebody?
He gave him KCP as the shooter.
Exactly, and then they won a championship. And he went away, and then they said, let's never do that again. Sometimes I just don't understand people. It doesn't make sense.
It's so interesting how much little leeway coaches have anymore. I mean, less than 2 years. Budenholzer from the Bucks, he was out with less than 2 years after 2 or 3 years after winning a chip. There's really not much room for error if you're an NBA coach, which is
you're right.
Moving on, though, the Cavaliers are officially the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference as of last night. This is their first time finishing as a 1 seed since 2015 to 2016 when they won the NBA championship. How's the Eastern Conference looking so far to you guys?
Poor. It's not a great conference, I'll be honest. It's not good. After the 8th seed, they're negative. Everybody.
And they got a shot to make the playoffs.
I think there's realistically that part. And I think there's realistically about 2 teams we see making it out. If the Knicks make it, I know you're a Knicks fan, sorry about that. If the Knicks make it, I don't think a lot of people see that coming. This is assuming everybody is healthy. Assuming health, it's the Cavs or it's the Celtics, unless one of them get injured and then maybe the Knicks can sneak in. Aside from that, the conference is not good. It's not a good conference.
It's really just those two. I think them finishing over Boston was pretty surprising because, Boston's clearly – I still think they are clearly the favorites. Yeah. But I don't know. I think this team's, incredibly built right now. It's just so deep, and your top 5 guys are just, those are borderline – all of them are all-stars, including DeAndre Hunter, who I think is a great player. I just think when you have a team built that well and you have a great head coach, it just comes to how are you going to, stop this team in the playoffs, especially because they have a crazy environment at home. It's just – I don't know.
Porzingis.
Because I feel like even with Porzingis and the Celtics, when you match them up, we got Mobley, we got Jared Allen. They have Porzingis and Al Horford.
Jared Allen doesn't serve a purpose on that team when you're playing Porzingis.
Respect 40-year-old Al Horford too.
How? He's going to be on the perimeter.
He's a great player defensively.
He's
can
not,
stick with him.
But he's not. He's a shot blocker though.
Yeah, he can stick with him.
He's blocking shots at the 3-point line.
I think he could. Why not? Why can't he?
Okay.
Porzingis isn't a fast player.
I wouldn't trust him on the perimeter. I don't think.
Exactly. I don't think I
trust him on the perimeter.
I don't trust Jared Allen to block shots from the 3-point line unless I see something remarkable.
Another thing the Celtics have over in my opinion, at least, they have so much better depth. They got Peyton Pritchard. I mean, Derek White, they literally made, who was a role player, into one of their starters, who's been playing phenomenal, and a big reason why they won that game last night, too. But the Cavs have been very dominant this season. I love the way Evan Mobley's been playing. He's been playing phenomenal basketball.
Yeah.
I think that's really the pushover for this team is Evan Mobley when he plays like one of the best players in the NBA at nights. This team's phenomenal, and they could win the finals this year. But
I mean, he's definitely the best defensive player in the league right now, regardless of what Draymond Green says. Or at least I think he is. If you're not counting Victor Wembanyama.
I don't know if I agree.
Really?
Amen, Thompson.
Okay,
yeah,
I respect that take. I actually do
agree,
respect
but
that
the only
take.
thing he's got there is he just can't guard the bigs. I think when you
True.
put those other guys, he could guard the one of the five, maybe.
The East
Throw
is
Draymond Green in there. But Evan Mobley is like, nah. I respect it. If he gets a real like dribble package, it's gonna be scary.
Yeah, the East is really top heavy. I would really be shocked if anyone other than the Cavs and the Celtics made the Eastern Conference Finals.
Agreed.
The Celtics, or not the Celtics, the Knicks I just don't trust at all. And the Celtics, like you guys are saying, they're just too deep. Jaylen Brown scored 6 points last night. Doesn't matter. Kristaps dropped 36.
Exactly.
Say JT is turning over the ball a bunch one night. Okay, Derek White can be the main ball handler. Like they really have a solution for everything. I think it's just their conference.
And this is without Drew Holiday feeling comfortable.
Yeah.
Right.
Like this is without him finding.
We forgot about
This
Drew
is
Holiday.
without him finding a
shots
rhythm.
yesterday.
So I mean, that's really dangerous.
All right, so moving on, let's get to the board segment. Get him out of here. Luka Doncic was ejected last night, and a lot of people were very upset because they thought it was unwarranted. So with that, I want you guys to go to the board and tell me a player that you wish was ejected from the league after this season for whatever reason.
Yep. All right, I think I'm first.
Okay.
All right, first off, free Luka, because
Yeah, that was bad. That was a little. That was
He didn't do nothing
egregious. I'm not
wrong.
gonna
All right,
lie.
my pick. This is a guy who's just like, what are we doing? This is scary, Terry. He's not so scary no more. He's shooting under
never
30%, or he's just at 30% right now, which is his lowest since 2019 with the Celtics. His plus minus is the worst on the team by far. I think it's at like 113 or something like that, which is pretty crazy. He just having a really down year. I mean, even his fans are saying that he's gambling on these games because he's playing so bad. That's how bad he's playing right now. It's just like I don't think he deserves to get thrown out of the league. I think he can rebound from this, but it's just he's at an all-time low right now.
I like it. I mean, I never thought he was scary. You know, that was just me though, I guess. But
He would just have those like random like 30-point nights every once in a
Yeah,
while.
like he'll randomly have like a hot
playing
streak, like a hot
He's
streak.
playing
every
for
it's
now and
Cam
then.
Thomas, just a little worse. That's okay. Is it my go?
Yep.
Okay, I'm prepared. I went a different route. I know we said player, but I didn't give you all a player. I should have put Calvin Booth on here. Show me David Griffin. I mean, please help, because he doesn't do anything. I don't understand. You have Herb Jones, Trey Murphy, Brandon Ingram, Zion Williamson, DeJounte Murray, CJ McCollum, Yves Messi. This is a talented roster, and they're in the lottery. Not only in the lottery, they're top 5 in the lottery. Someone's got to pay. And you can fire Willie Green, but he's got to go too. Something is just wrong. If he comes and if he picks a guard in this year's draft, he's got to get fired. There's no way he survives this offseason. It's just bad. I don't understand. He's good at acquiring talent, but putting that talent to use and building a team, it's not a strength. It's not a strength. So for that reason, you made my list.
Yeah, I still can't believe Zion has never been to the playoffs.
Pelicans will never be a serious
That's crazy.
franchise.
He fumbled Dyson Daniel
It's-
too. Who's
it's
going
bad.
off this year? Yeah.
He's not a serious GM, and as a fan, it's just negative. I don't like it at all. Actually,
All right,
It's got to
Robert.
be painful, but I don't know if you're gonna like this one, Jacob. But
Oh no!
oh, so next player.
Oh no! Please don't say Mikal Bridges.
no,
Should be
we got
just like you.
Draymond Green. So he got
Dang.
thrown into the defensive player of the year race for no reason, in my opinion. Obviously, that doesn't take away from his IQ or anything. He's still a phenomenal defensive basketball player, but he's not as good as he used to. And it's just kind of like I feel like this award is just handed to him because of injuries. Jaren Jackson Jr., Wemby. So and also he's talking so much on these podcasts, like he's still one of the premier players in the league, and he's just not. So yeah, let's get him out of here.
I don't know if we should
I
throw out
don't
the
know
deep
if I
one.
agree with that.
I don't know who we should throw
He's
out.
a top 5 defender in the NBA.
Yeah.
I wouldn't call him the. I
He's
wouldn't say he's the best though.
he's a great defender.
He's a top
Like,
5.
I mean, if you're winning deep, you
He's
got
gonna make
top
all
5.
NBA defensive.
Yeah.
He's gonna be first, actually.
I don't know. I just don't think he's as good as he used to. And I don't like it's just given to him this year. Like this was Wemby's trophy.
Yeah,
like
it
at the
was.
end of the day,
That's
and that'll always be like that in my eyes. Like
I feel like that's going to be
Okay.
the case with Wemby every year.
Yeah, I mean, I feel
yeah.
like I agree, but at the same time, it's like your best ability is availability.
Right.
And
Yeah.
if you're not playing, I think Draymond deserves that.
And he's starting at the 5. Like
Yep.
we can't act like he's not doing anything. He's just not scoring per usual.
So for my take, I got Paul George. Now imagine being a Sixers fan and you spent half a decade and $250 million on Tobias Harris just to basically be a zero in the game. You finally get rid of him and you get Paul George thinking it's going to be okay. Your contract for him isn't as crazy, but still pretty big. And he's just worse than Tobias Harris in almost every fashion. From what I've seen the Sixers play so far, I've hated Tobias Harris for years, and Paul George has just been worse. And on top of that, he's doing his podcast all the time, which he took a break from to compete for a national championship, which fell apart very quickly. He doesn't have it defensively. He has no shot anymore. He just kind of looks lost on the court when I watch him, and he's hurt all the time. And I would just rather him not be on my team right now, personally.
Podcast P.
yeah.
I mean, how old is he? Can somebody check that?
30,
He's pretty
35,
old.
36.
Yeah, he's up there.
It's his
I mean,
father time's not.
yeah, that's what happens.
Yeah, he's
Father
at the
He's
end.
time
not
is not
LeBron, you know.
Yeah.
Even Russ hit a drop off. It's just not that. That is bad.
Russ, he was having a good season, and
He
then,
is having a good season.
but that
Yeah,
one
yeah.
game that
I watched it
60-point
live.
game, dude, he's not living that down this.
See,
Everyone's gonna be
that's
on him.
Jokic's
I
fault
watched
because
it.
he didn't let Russ be Russ.
Yeah.
I didn't like that either. That was bad.
Yeah.
All right, moving on to talk Cooper Flagg. So Cooper Flagg is the consensus #1 overall pick in this upcoming draft. And so we're going to play a game. So you tell us, we're going to give you 2 players. You're going to tell us who would be the better player right now, not in the future, currently. So first,
Okay.
oh,
Jada.
This is
Yeah,
easy.
Brad
It's
Jada.
easy.
Are you
now.
crazy?
There's no way you can
Yeah.
tell
Are you
me
crazy?
Cooper Flagg
He's
is
right
better
now.
than him.
Jada.
Yeah.
Next.
next.
Jalen Green. Jalen Green. If you say otherwise,
Yeah.
you're crazy. Jalen Green.
I don't know.
Jalen Green.
I'll go Jalen Green right now,
Jalen
but
Green.
I can't really see him
Jalen
performing
Green.
well in the
I don't know,
playoffs.
it's weird
Jalen Green.
it's weird to compare them because one's a shot blocking, like inside interior guy who can
They're
do it all
different
there,
players.
and then Jalen Green's just like
Jalen
offensive
Green.
threat, like crazy.
It's just I don't
Jalen
trust
Green.
Jalen Green in a playoff scenario, but right now I would take him over.
Shout out Wells. That's
Cooper
rage
Flagg.
bait for me. I know why he did that. Jalen Green.
I'm not
Jalen
gonna lie, I might be taking Flag here. Just because
Think so?
I'm
I'm
a big
feeling
defensive
the
guy.
same way.
I don't feel like Jalen Green's
Jalen
that
Green is a
great
shot chucker.
defensively.
He is
I'm
a
taking
shot
Jalen
chucker.
Green.
I could get behind that,
I'm
but
taking Jalen Green.
Yeah, I
Best
think
player
it's
on his team.
Flagg right now.
Second
Flagg
seed
for right
in the
now.
West. 22
I mean,
years
Cooper Flagg's 18 years old.
Yeah.
Going again. Yeah, he was playing
Yeah.
against Team USA.
That's
Like
right.
he was hooping too. He wasn't just like
just out
being
there.
a role player.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
he was playing great basketball.
Yep.
And he's 18 years old, leading Duke to a Final Four. Obviously,
Didn't go as
heartbreaking
planned.
loss. Heartbreaking loss.
Mhm.
But still, the fade away off the rim, like he's just like
I wouldn't want anyone
yeah.
else
I'd
taking
want him
that
to
shot.
take that shot
No one
every
else should
single
have taken
time.
that shot.
Like, so I'm definitely taking Cooper Flag here, honestly.
Yeah, I could take him too.
I just go with
Jalen
Jalen
Just
for now.
it's just
for now.
Derek.
Jalen Green. I didn't even think about it. Zion. All right, so he's down 3.
I
He's down
talked,
3.
I talked about this the other
Well,
day.
actually,
Zion.
okay,
Wait
wait
a
minute,
minute.
wait.
Is this like
Zion don't
Right
play.
now.
assuming he's gonna actually play? Because
I think we're talking about right now, so I think we got to factor in the fact that he don't play.
that's what
Yeah.
but like right now he's like
Say they're both healthy.
271.
They're both healthy at this current point.
All right, they're both healthy. I
This
feel
is
like
a tough one.
I take Zion just because he's like averaging 20 and he's a pretty good
gonna
defensive
get you
player.
30.
He is such
He's
a
gonna
man.
get you 30.
He's a
It's like, yeah,
scoring
Flag-
machine.
37
I
and
don't know.
5.
Flag might be a great player. In
I'm
the
just
league,
not gonna
but
play after that.
If you look it up, Zion, I talked
I
about
don't
the last week too, I think. Zion is the most double guarded NBA
Mhm.
player for whatever limit they set on it in history, and it's not close. He gets doubled all the time. And he's one of the best rim finishers in the league. I honestly give no. Like
Yes. It's not
it's
Yeah,
magical.
yeah.
Like really watching him play. I remember watching him play against the Sixers. I was at a game a few years ago. I'm always going to bring it back to the Sixers. And it was a shame because he was balling, and I loved watching him play. And then third quarter went to the locker room, which
Yeah.
happens a lot. But I
Yeah.
love Zion. I got him right now.
Is he gonna play?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Like if this is like, blindly walking into next season and choose a player,
The
I
constant
honestly might take
conditioning,
Cooper
like,
Flag.
it's-
Yeah, I
I
think
think I'm
because-
also gonna take Cooper Flag too.
Not because he's better, because he's not. But it's
Yeah.
just, I don't know if Zion's gonna wake up and feel like he want to play basketball today.
Yeah. I'm taking Zion just because of the fact that I think if Flag has a great rookie season, it's going to look like Zion's season right now. like where he's averaging 20s. His team's probably not going to make the playoffs either since he's going to be the number one pick.
Zion, okay. I'm about to say, wait a minute. Zion's
Just year one. Like that's his peak at year one. Like I don't think Flag's going to be in the MVP conversation after 1 year. I think his ceiling for year one is what Zion is doing right now.
Who knows? Maybe we'll see.
Yeah.
All right, can I like go maybe? Can I go in the middle? I'm a Pelicans fan. I'm gonna take Zion. I'm gonna fall into my delusion.
All right, moving on. Playoff trust issues. So every year we have players who rise to the occasion in the playoffs, and players who don't meet up to the hype. Joel Embiid. 2 players are going to show up on the board, and I want you to show us who you trust more for the 2025 playoffs.
Okay, I'm ready. Brunson.
This is laughable.
Brunson.
Yeah, that's funny.
Not
Yeah,
even close.
I think Brunson.
Not even close. Jalen Brunson in the playoffs is a top 5 player.
He was very effective last year,
Brunson.
even when shooting as much as he did. He was shooting a crazy amount and was still so good for them.
Donnie performs too, but it's just like
different levels.
He also doesn't need to perform every night for the Cavs to win games. I feel when Brunson performs, doesn't happen all the time, especially yesterday. Shout out Mikal Bridges, he's terrible. I hate watching. I just really hate seeing Mikal Bridges sell games for Jalen Brunson in the Knicks. Like, and I'm not even a Knicks fan, and that just breaks my heart. So I definitely go Brunson here, though.
Mitch was known as a playoff riser, but I think last year he didn't. If I remember correctly, he did not play that well against the Magic. I think he put up some pretty horrible shooting numbers.
It's like I don't know because Donnie. I'm taking Brunson, but Donnie's good too. Like it's not like he's bad.
He's
not a bad player.
I mean, even if we're talking about him being a playoff riser, I still think Brunson had a much better postseason run last year.
I agree.
I mean, remember D-Mitch in the bubble, but that's the bubble, and that's half a decade ago at this point. Half a decade ago at this point. So, yeah, I think Brunson's the clear pick.
I like Brunson here.
Ja Morant. And I know what
this
they
is
say
in the
about Jamal.
playoffs.
I know what they say about Jamal Murray. I know what they say about Jamal
Are they
Murray.
playing the Lakers?
I got Jamal
Are
Murray.
they playing the Lakers? If they're playing the Lakers, give me Ja. Well, wait, give me Jamal.
Jamal Murray. Yeah.
But if they're playing anybody else, and I mean anybody, give me Ja. So I'm gonna go Ja.
Like Jamal Murray didn't really activate that playoff Jamal Murray last year. And
I feel like
no, he did against the Lakers.
Yeah.
And then after that, it was who is he? After that, it was
he's
bad.
hurt right now, right?
He's like in and out.
He has they're saving him for the playoffs, so I think. Like he has a hamstring injury, but it's like I don't think they could fall out of the 6th seed even if they lost out. So I think they're just not playing him, and then wherever the chips lie, that's where we start.
Ja's been pretty electric lately, and I just would love to see him in a playoff setting again.
He was coasting the whole year. He's going
the past 10
I'm
games.
telling you, he's
past
going
10 games,
to play,
he's been going off.
He's going to play with reckless abandon.
Yep.
Going into the playoffs because that's how he plays during the season, and then he gets hurt and he can't do it in the playoffs. So he said, "I'm gonna do it the other way."
No, I'm definitely taking Ja here.
I think Ja's the better player. I trust him more. It's not. This isn't close. I don't like this. This was disrespectful to Ja, honestly.
Guys, don't even think. You don't gotta think about this. Come on,
LeBron James.
We're all going. I'm gonna have to change something. Let me say Steph Curry.
Steph.
We're all going LeBron.
But it's like LeBron 40.
Yeah.
Curry 36, 37.
I know, but Curry's on a heater right now too.
Yeah, Curry's this season is going off.
Those LeBron just won't go God mode once playoff time hits. So.
Yeah.
Let's just say we trust them both. Let's just start by saying this.
I trust both.
We trust them both.
I've seen Steph have worse playoff runs than I've seen LeBron. I'll say that. Some of those championship years, Steph has had a few dud games. There's a reason why Andre Iguodala won Finals MVP, right? So I guess I would trust Bron, but I'm not going to distrust Steph Curry.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'm
going to trust ridiculous. He's got like 10 finals appearances.
We're talking playoff trust. I mean, I feel like my whole life he's been in the finals.
Exactly. I'm going to trust LeBron. I don't think I really have a choice.
Yeah, we're going with LeBron here.
You forced my hand, Wells.
All right. So next we got seeding predictions. So to end the show today, I want you guys to give us your predictions on playoff seeding for both conferences. 3 through 8 in the West are very, very tight race right now, all separated by a game. Pacers are trying to take that 3 seed from the Knicks. I think they're 8-2 in their last 10. Any bold predictions? What are some matchups you'd like to see? Robert, I'll start with you.
I mean, I think the Timberwolves are going to jump. They're getting hot at the right time, definitely. I mean, they just put Giannis in a blender. Like
even Randall's been buying in.
They lost that game.
Even Randall's been buying into like the team.
I trust
Julius Randle
We'll see playoff time, but
After is today April 13th? Today April 13th?
8th, 9th.
It's the 8th, 9th. Okay, so he's got about 5 more days of playing
Yeah,
basketball.
and then he's done.
He's stopped
You're not
after
gonna see
April
him
13th.
again. No
He's
way.
done.
Nope. Jacob.
I think. All right, so I think we're all just going to talk about the West here because it's just so stacked over
So much
there.
more
Yeah, I
interesting.
think,
There's nothing really to
I think
talk
we're
about
good
here.
with like
Yeah.
not
We
talking
don't wanna
I
talk
think,
about the
I'm
Hawks.
really excited about who the Thunder end up playing in the first round.
That's what I
because,
was gonna
like
say.
it's the 7-8 game. I really want to see
Hold
the
on, let me do
Timberwolves
that
or
right
the
now.
Clippers in that game. Right now, I mean, they're all at 47, 48 games, so they're all right there. I mean, one loss. If the Clippers lose a game, they're back to the 8 seed, which is insane. But it's just going to happen. And I think when I think about these teams that can match up best with the Thunder, I think the Timberwolves are right at the top,
Mm.
and I think the Clippers are number 2 because of the fact that they both play such a defensive
Clippers are
game.
really wing
And
centric.
yeah, and they have the guys who could just step up on every night, and they have the playoff performers on those teams. Ant Edwards, Kawhi Leonard, James Harden.
We're
They've
gonna
all
have to see
done it
about Kawhi
before.
Leonard,
We've seen it
though.
from all those guys. Kawhi's playing some of his best basketball now in years.
He's been
He's
playing
hooping
well.
right
It's
now.
just we
He
got to see
always
if it
plays good.
translates.
It's just
Yeah.
on it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? He might step the wrong way tomorrow.
Roll his ankle or something out for the rest of the
Yeah,
year.
no, another really fun one could be. I mean, right now it's Lakers Warriors 3-6. I think that would be a really fun
That would
series.
be- I would
LeBron
like
and-
them to be
I don't
later
think that's how it
on,
ends,
later
though.
down the line.
Yeah.
I think honestly, I think Timberwolves move up, and I think Nuggets go back down.
I do think Nuggets are going to
yeah,
definitely fall. I
4
think, in
straight
these.
losses.
Yeah.
They can keep
I
it
think the
going.
Nuggets are going to move up to 4. Because I think the Clippers lose tonight. They play the Rockets.
Yep.
That's a loss.
That's a tough game.
And I think the Clippers are going to finish 5.
I'm pretty sure
them-
the
Actually, but the Warriors are going to jump too.
You think so?
Yeah.
I mean, everyone can't be jumping.
I think the Warriors are going to finish.
Everyone can't be jumping.
I don't know.
everyone's
This-
just going to
this-
keep winning. It's
yeah.
going to end up the same
This
exact.
3 through 6 is really interchangeable, if you ask me.
Yeah, everyone
It
can
is.
just jump. We have no idea what's going to happen there.
It's just I don't think any of these potential play-in teams really have the chance to give the Thunder an actual competitive series outside
Whoa,
from maybe
I
the
disagree.
Timberwolves.
I think Timberwolves, Grizzlies.
No, I
I'm
think-
discounting.
I
The
don't know. They
Kings
don't have a
don't count.
coach.
The
Yeah.
Kings and the Mavs don't count.
Yeah, we're not talking about
They
that.
got Domantas Sabonis. They
I
don't
don't
count.
think either of them are passing it. Oh, another interesting point. The Mavs at 10 right now. I think if they beat the Lakers tonight, which is a Luka revenge game, I think they would clinch the play in there because
They don't count either.
Suns would be
I
4
don't-
games
the
behind.
Mavs,
I can't believe that the
they're
Suns
getting
have lost
swept.
7 straight games. And
They're-
to-
that's a
to
bad
get
basketball
to the
team.
They're bad.
playoffs.
That's a
Bad
bad basketball
organization.
team.
Bradley
That's a bad
Beal.
basketball team.
I can't believe you have Devin Booker and KD on the same team. KD's not going to be in the playoffs this year.
They don't run an
That's-
offense.
They don't.
They don't run.
They don't like
run
playing
a,
defense
They run a
either.
go get one, and when you don't get one, and you don't play defense, you
Yeah.
lose. So
But yeah, Bradley Beal is like a certified bank robber at this point. He's making
Yeah.
tens
Oh,
of nights.
yeah.
He had
Yeah.
0 points the other night. I don't know if you saw that. Yeah, it's brutal. I think the
know.
West is interesting. I would love to see the Lakers and Warriors play just further along.
Mhm.
I really like the Rockets.
7-game series. Who do you think wins? Lakers, Warriors.
I have the Lakers.
I don't want to answer that.
I have the
Playoff Jimmy.
Lakers in like 6.
I mean, playoff Jimmy hasn't been
Yeah, I
around for a
think the
couple
Lakers
years.
win
I
that.
think
but,
the Lakers
playoff
put
Jimmy,
up a. It's
No,
a good
playoff
series.
Jimmy's going to be there.
Yeah.
He's going to be there.
There's less
It's
weight
just,
on
I
him
don't-
to carry the entire team. So
I think the
that's
Warriors have
very
a better
good.
team
Really?
and a better
Really?
scheme.
They just have that. They have
I think
experience.
I agree with that
They have
part. I
experience.
think this game
And
You
is
know
that's
what
a
it'll
lot
come
better.
down
The
to?
way they score is a lot smoother.
2022, they
come down
won
to
off
Luka.
experience.
Because he's out of shape right now. I don't know if that's gonna.
Really?
I don't know if that's gonna hit him in the
Luka's
first
out.
round or the second round or the third round, but it's
Yeah.
gonna hit him.
I think the Lakers haven't beat purely because Austin Reeves is their 3rd guy and he's better than
he's
anyone
been
else
good.
that the Warriors have at the 3. Like you're thinking Steph, Jimmy, then who? Pods.
Yeah, Reeves has
Kuminga.
been on an
Okay,
absolute,
Draymond.
absolute
I like
tear.
that.
Draymond-
Reeves has been
I
on
like
a
that.
tear.
Draymond-
No way.
His impact might be
Also
the same
the
as
player
Austin
wise.
Reeves, but it's not gonna be 20
yeah,
points.
Yeah, he's not scoring 30
You know what I
points
mean?
like
Yeah.
when someone else is.
Also, I
playing
think
well.
Steph he's a liability on defense. He's got to guard Luka or Reeves.
So is Luca. Luca.
Agree,
Luka is
agree.
right.
Luka run by
You saw that in the
Luka.
finals
Right now,
last year.
right
It was
now,
it
Luka
was
run by
bad.
Luka.
Sure, give me Luka on a fast break. I'm getting by him.
I don't know if you guys saw the Nuggets. Jokic said he was upset with the team's defensive effort, which
saw
is
that.
pretty
Yeah.
interesting.
I saw that. He
Coming
doesn't
from
play
the goat,
defense,
Jokic.
but like none of them did this year. That's why
Yeah,
it was
that's
bad.
true.
Everything I hear about the Nuggets recently is just like
Negative.
all
They don't watch.
Negative.
They don't watch. They don't watch
Yeah.
film. They.
Who said that?
Mike Malone said that the other day during a press
Oh, no,
conference.
I
He
saw
said
that
no one
actually.
watches
Yeah.
film. I think he said no one takes it seriously. And
I like that accountability.
Yeah.
And then
And that's why they got
fired.
I got a question though. I think that the Thunder could lose in the first round to any of these teams, not named the Grizzlies, Kings, or
in
Mavs.
7 games.
Agreed. I think
Not
Seven
named,
games.
not
I
named,
think so.
not
You think-
named the Grizzlies, Kings, or Mavs.
Do you think a team here is going to take 4
I don't
games from
think-
the Thunder?
I think so.
Not
Houston,
named the
Houston's
Grizzlies,
not
Kings,
taking
or
4
Mavs.
games from the Thunder.
I've been
You're
saying this.
crazy.
I've been
Houston's
saying
not
this.
taking
They're not. They're not. They're not there yet. They're not.
They're
ready.
not
You're
there
not
yet,
ready.
and they lack.
They're not
They
ready.
lack
They're
so
not
much
ready.
playoff experience.
So
You
did
have
the Thunder.
Jalen
They've been there
Green.
1 year.
Yeah.
Okay, but
Okay, if you want to
Shea,
bank on
that's the
Jalen
MVP.
Green, if you bank on Jalen Green shooting like 30%, I'll give you that
What
because
if they,
it's possible.
What if
There's
they
a
Yeah,
start?
world.
like,
What if they
there's a
start
world.
treating Sengun like he's Sabonis? What if that
But
happens? in the
Sengun's
playoffs?
better than Sabonis.
Yeah, but they're pretty
Yes.
similar.
Sengun is not
He's
better.
better
Yes.
than
And
Sabonis
is
right now.
Is
He's better
Sengun
right
also
now.
going to be as good with Chet and Hartenstein in the paint?
Now that's a fair question
Yeah.
too.
I mean, like.
They're
He's-
so
I don't
deep.
think
This,
Houston isn't
yeah.
built for it this year. I really don't. Like this Thunder team is built so well. You could see it. Like all their draft picks are coming together.
They
All
overachieve.
stars are rising. Yeah,
Okay.
they're overachieving.
So maybe the I don't know.
I
don't know.
I seriously think the
The
Thunder should
Rockets
be
beat the
scared of
Thunder though.
everyone
Yeah,
from
regular
3 to
season.
8
Regular season.
and just not the Rockets. I'd be way more scared to play Lakers, Clippers, Nuggets, Warriors.
I
and the
really,
Wolves
I
over the
really
Rockets.
want the Thunder to play the Timberwolves in the first round because I think if they win that series, they're going to have a great head of steam and just so much
Yeah.
momentum going into the rest of the playoffs.
I
Because
take the Wolves.
the Timberwolves
I would-
They have
are not
Julius
an 8
Randle.
seed.
They have
Oh,
Julius
not
Randle.
crazy.
why'd you gotta bring
They
that
have
up?
Julius
They
Randle.
got Nas Reed though.
They got
Love me
Nas
some
Reed.
But it's
Nas Reed.
like Julius Randle might give you 10 points on 3 for 20.
Yeah, I honestly couldn't feel more confident that the Thunder are not making the finals.
Yeah, I don't think they are either. I don't think they are either.
Really?
I've been saying
Who do you
it.
think's
I've been
gonna be
saying
the
it.
team?
I feel like this is the year to do it almost. It's almost the Clippers aging team, Lakers, everyone's aging and they're not as good as they used to
But
be.
I don't know if that brand of basketball
Yeah.
is going to win.
Thunder's
I-
their
like,
their
I stand
window
by
is
it.
very large right now. The
It's-
championship
yeah,
window. They
is
got a
it?
couple.
They don't need.
They got a couple years.
Yes,
They
they
have
don't
picks.
need
They
to
got
win
picks
this
going
game.
on
Yes,
and on and on.
100%.
1 or 2 years
100%.
before they actually have to start shelling out massive contracts.
Okay, but you're picking players. You have to get rid of players too.
Yeah.
You know that, right?
Yeah,
So,
Yeah,
so
That's what they're
Caruso-
doing, though.
It's
That's
just
what
they
they're
have
doing,
they
though.
have the
They've
best
been
chest in
doing
the
this.
entire league.
I understand that, but I'm saying when you run 10 deep now and you still want to draft people, those 10 people aren't going to play. Caruso going to have to go.
That's true. You have,
I mean,
you have
maybe
to keep
Casey
filtering it
Wallace,
out.
maybe
Yeah.
Lou Dort, like
Yeah.
people like
Role
that are going
players
to have to
always
go.
get shuffled.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
I mean, like,
I still say it. The Thunder.
don't
But with all those draft picks, I feel like you can
Yeah.
either trade them for players or you can go out and get a guy in the draft too to just replace. I think it's just going to be a constant thing of replacement.
Yeah, I think if the Thunder to win this year, they're going to be stuck in that really weird spot because it feels like they have such a well-built team, but it's going to be like you couldn't win it. Should we go trade for KD or should we try to offload these guys and get someone young? Like
I
they're
think
stuck in
that's
that
what
spot
could
they
mess
can't
them
win.
up.
if J-Dub
I think if they beat
doesn't
the
play
Warriors,
better
I like
in the
the
playoffs than he
Warriors.
did
Yeah.
in the regular season, they're not making the finals.
That's why I do not think the Thunder are going to make it far. He's not a true number two.
I've been
I'm
saying-
not going to say that. He's not a true number two.
He's been a
I've been saying
little
that for a minute.
inconsistent for
Yeah.
the past few
I've been
weeks.
saying that for a
I
minute.
know.
He's a great number 3. I thought
Especially
Czech
His
could be the
plus
number 2.
minus,
Yeah.
his
Yeah, I
plus
was thinking
minus
Chet was
recently
the
has been
two,
pretty
yeah.
bad.
But I think when you go into the playoffs, like your number two guy has to be it might maybe just as good as your number one. Like look at the teams under them. You got the Lakers, LeBron, Luka. The
Clippers will smoke
the
them. I've been saying that.
Harden, Kawhi, the Nuggets, Jamal Murray, Jokic. Like, I'd still rather take all those guys over Jalen Williams a year too. Like yeah, SGA is the MVP, but in the
Jamal
playoffs
Murray
he's not
is
going to get
tricky,
that same
but-
whistle.
I
Okay,
hear it.
okay. The SJ's whistle was vastly over analyzed.
You're crazy.
Yeah, it's
He
just a
is
lot of free
shooting
throws.
less free throws per game than I think almost every player that scored the more than 32 a game in a year. And I think it's not close. I think it's only shooting
I already got rid of that
seven free
narrative.
throws.
I did
But
that
it
on
looks
the
Seven free
show.
different.
Yeah.
But
It
it
looks
looks different.
different. The way
Because
he
James
does
Harden
it-
was drawing fouls.
Yeah,
SGA is getting phantom calls.
Yeah.
That's why it's different.
Yeah.
But,
But you can't blame that on him.
I'm
You
not,
know,
but that's why you said his whistle is
I
crazy.
agree.
He
Yeah,
hit a
yeah,
40,
oh,
hit
yeah.
a 40 piece the other night without getting any free throws.
I can respect that.
Yeah,
He's a
think-
great player. I can
Yeah, I
respect
don't
not
think
gonna
he's like
act like
Joel
he's-
Embiid, like where he has to rely on the free throws
Joel
once they
Embiid.
come.
But
in
Joel
play.
was foul beating.
Yes,
He wasn't
was.
getting
Same thing
phantom
with Harden.
calls.
He plays
You know
that
what? That's why
terrible
it's different.
basketball.
They're like you're a flopper, you're a foul baiter. That's why they say SGA is a free throw merchant because like nobody touched him.
What I'm
But somebody
saying is
blew the
that
That's why it's a little crazy.
what I'm saying is that the whistle matters for Embiid. He needs that
Yeah.
whistle. I don't think Shea needs that
He
whistle
doesn't.
come playoff time. I just don't.
I think
I
it's 'cause
really
he
don't.
plays
He's
that
really
mid-range.
one of the most crafty players in basketball, and it goes so overlooked because of this free throw narrative.
I don't know.
And I
feel
think
like,
it's just disrespectful, honestly.
I don't know.
We are watching scoring greatness in front of our eyes with Shea, and we're watching a phenomenal Thunder team, and they're all being discredited just because they're young.
They're a young team.
You just said the same thing about the Rockets though.
Oh, that is true.
No, but they have a little.
Shay's a
They
little-
got
Shay's a little
Hartenstein
more
too.
experienced.
Hartenstein
Shea
is
is
a
more
boost of
experienced.
playoff experience. They had that deep run with the Knicks last year.
They got Steven Adams and Dylan
Yeah.
Brooks.
Steven
right.
Adams?
Steven Adams. Dylan Brooks.
In 2025, Stephen Adams.
He's
The
a good backup
Adams,
center.
the Adams
Yeah.
Sengun double lineup actually works very well. You
Yeah.
would not think so.
And they run Jabari Smith at the 3. That's 3 6'10" people and up.
Jabari.
All right,
Smith,
so
man.
unfortunately, that is
Yeah.
all the
He's
time we
kinda-
have today from 360 Sports. I'm Ryan with Robert, Derek, and Jacob. Thank you for tuning in.